Hey students, I'm Claire Roden with CobraCast, and we're here with Caitlin from NPC to talk about some higher education lingo that you might not know. So we hear a lot of the time we have to complete a certain amount of credit hours for certain degrees. What is a credit hour?
So essentially that's the course load that you're going to have for the class. Typically a general class is going to be 3 hours, 3 credit hours, except for your sciences. Those are going to be 4 credit hours. But what it boils down to is that's how your academic advisors and financial advisors know how many hours you're taking to make sure that you have all the qualifications required for financial aid and scholarships.
So what's an associate degree?
So that is 60 hours, so back to the credit hours, 60 hours worth of classes, which sounds like a lot, but really it's broken up into 4 semesters, which equals 2 years. And that's when you would get all of your general education requirements out of the way and a lot of your prerequisites for future classes.
So with a bachelor's degree, you would require more hours?
Yes, so it would be 120 hours.
Okay. So in the beginning of a class, you get a syllabus. What does that include?
Sure. So that is essentially the contract between you and your instructor, and that lets you know what your instructor requires of you for that entire class. One of the most important things that's on the syllabus is the due dates, the due date list, because that lets you know ahead of time, this is when I'm expected to turn this assignment in. And that's a big one that is set in stone. So I always recommend for students to write that out ahead of time, put it on their planner, put it on their calendar, so they know ahead of time to prepare for that specific assignment. And then it also gives you the instructor's contact information, so you know how to contact your instructor if a life event happens or if you just have clarifying questions.
So what's a prerequisite?
A prerequisite is what you have to take before you can take something else. For example, in college, most degree plans require you to take English Comp 1 and English Comp 2. Obviously, English Comp 1 is a prerequisite for English Comp 2. And there are a few others that go along with that you have to take before you can take something else.
So a co-requisite would be?
What you take with.
Okay.
So you would have to take 2 classes at the same time, and that's what's called a co-req. Those have to be taken in the same semester.
Okay. So what does an academic advisor do?
An academic advisor is someone who is going to help you with your scheduling, number one, but they're also there to help you throughout the semester. A lot of students see their academic advisor twice a year, and that's when they're scheduling classes for the next semester. But we also recommend that you use your academic advisor as your personal advocate and your personal cheerleader. So if you have an issue throughout the semester that you need to deal with and you don't know how to deal with it, your academic advisor should be the one to help you work through that problem and help you reach out to your instructor or whatever the situation may be to help you get through that issue.
So we hear a lot of the time a general education course. What does that really mean?
So general education are classes that the state of Arkansas require for you to take. So again, we're going back to English Comp 1. Most degree plans require English Comp 2, some sort of math, a science, history, and then usually some sort of elective. An elective is a list of classes that you get to choose 1 or 2 of those for your 60 hours.
So how do you get certain tutoring that you need in college, and how would you be able to do that?
So my recommendation to students is, number 1, reach out to your instructor. Your instructors are should be really good about meeting you where you're at. If you have a question in class, ask that question or go meet with them during their office hours. If not, I know at National Park we offer free tutoring. I think most institutions do in the state of Arkansas, and so you would just schedule a time to meet with that tutor and to go over your classwork and what you're struggling with, and they'll be able to work with you one-on-one.
Thank you for helping those terms make a little more sense.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys for watching.